Hello everyone, welcome back to the THV Foundation channel. In an atmosphere still wet with rain, a crowd suddenly broke out in front of a luxury hotel in the center of Paris. Kim Taehyung, a member of BTS, also known as V, was seen leaving the hotel where he was staying during his visit to attend Paris Fashion Week 2025 and the Celine event that rocked the fashion world. However, it was not only his presence that stole attention, but also his departure, which is now a hot mystery among fans and the media. Taehyung's appearance when leaving the hotel looked calmer and more casual compared to the flamboyant and luxurious style he wore on the Celine runway. Wearing a long black jacket, dark denim pants, and oversized sunglasses, he looked calm but still elegant. However, one thing that caught the most attention was the presence of his manager, who was carrying a large suitcase behind him, a sign that raised speculation that Taehyung might be leaving Paris today. Several fans who had been waiting outside the hotel since early morning immediately cheered when they saw the idol appear at the lobby door. They immediately raised their phones and cameras, capturing every second of his steps. However, Taehyung's slightly serious facial expression raised questions. Was he just going to move locations? Or was he really going to leave France? The local media was also not spared from this hustle and bustle. Several fashion journalists, who were present to cover Fashion Week, immediately shifted their attention from the catwalk to the hotel sidewalk. A reporter from French Vogue even noted that Taehyung's steps that morning looked calm but full of decision. Not long after, a black van with dark windows stopped in front of the hotel entrance. His manager seemed to make sure the suitcase was carefully placed in the trunk. Meanwhile, Taehyung stood for a while, staring at the cloudy Paris sky, before finally getting into the car without saying a word to the media. Speculation quickly emerged. Some fans said that Taehyung was scheduled to return to South Korea today, considering that his activities as a global ambassador for various major brands, including Celine, had been completed. However, others suspected that he would head to another city in Europe for a secret schedule. Several unofficial sources said that he had a photo shoot schedule for a famous international magazine in Milan. This speculation was reinforced by the presence of a photographer crew who were said to have stayed at the same hotel. However, the agency and Celine have not yet made an official statement regarding Taehyung's destination. On social media, the hashtag Taehyung leaving Paris immediately became a trending topic in various countries. Armies from all over the world posted photos and videos of the star leaving the hotel, complete with wild theories and in-depth analysis of his body language and the contents of his manager's bag. Many also felt sad about the possibility that Taehyung had ended his journey in Paris. Fans expressed their admiration for Taehyung's style, charisma, and extraordinary presence during Paris Fashion Week, especially his appearance at the Celine show, which was considered one of the best moments on the fashion stage this year. Meanwhile, several fans who were present in person said that the atmosphere that morning felt like the end of a story. "Paris feels quieter without him," wrote a fan on X, Twitter, who claimed to have been waiting in front of the hotel since 5 a.m. Journalists also began to gather more information. A source from Celine said that Taehyung's presence in Paris has become a major talking point among fashion professionals due to his huge influence on this year's event. Taehyung himself has not made any statements to the public or via his personal social media. His Instagram account has remained silent since his last post about the Celine event, leaving fans wondering what is really going on. Taehyung's presence in Paris for the past 4 days has indeed created a big wave in the entertainment and fashion worlds. He is not just attending an event, he is creating an event. His every move becomes a story, and his every silence becomes a puzzle. In the world of celebrities, an unannounced departure often generates more attention than an arrival. That was the case with Taehyung today. Even though he had left the hotel, the echo of his presence was still strong in the air of Paris. If Taehyung is indeed leaving Paris, then his departure will close a very memorable chapter for his fans. But as usual, Taehyung is not an easy figure to predict. Meanwhile, Kim Taehyung's popularity in Europe, especially during his presence in Paris for the Celine show, has reached an extraordinary level. His figure is not only known by K-pop fans, but has also become a major concern among fashion enthusiasts, fashion journalists, and European celebrities. The name, BTS, echoed in various corners of Paris as if he was a royal guest who came to bring the charm of the East to the European fashion stage. During his time in Paris, Taehyung's presence really shook the atmosphere of the fashion industry. He was not only an ordinary invited star, but also the center of gravity of the entire show. In fact, several leading fashion media such as Vogue Italia, L'Officiel France, and Numero said that no star has been able to steal the spotlight like V. The moment when Taehyung entered the Celine venue became one of the most talked about highlights during Paris Fashion Week 2025. Wearing a custom-made outfit from the Celine fashion house combined with a signature, effortlessly chic style, he looked like a fashion icon that the European industry has long had, even though this was only the first time he had attended a similar event. The crowd of fans that filled the sidewalk in front of the venue where Celine's event was held even exceeded the committee's expectations. The local police had to increase security because of the very high public enthusiasm. Many of them were not only army, but also fashion lovers and local residents who were curious about the charm of this South Korean man. Not a few street fashion photographers also directed their lenses more towards Taehyung than at the models who had just finished walking on the runway. His style of dress and natural aura are considered a new representation of modern European masculinity that the fashion world is currently looking for. Several fashion magazine editors said that what Taehyung brought to the Celine stage was not just an appearance, but an attitude that was shaking. He did not try to adapt to European style, but instead made South Asian style appear bold and elegant on the European stage, a cultural breakthrough that was highly appreciated in the era of fashion globalization. The reaction to his presence was extraordinary. Fashion review articles were filled with praise for his fashion sense, his ability to express non-verbally, and his demeanor that was as graceful as a living statue. In a short time, several other fashion houses began to express their interest in making Taehyung the new face of their brands. Even several local and international celebrities who attended the same event showed their enthusiasm. Famous French actor Pierre Niney called Taehyung a very aesthetic symbol of masculinity, while international model Cara Delevingne was caught on camera giving Taehyung a warm hug in the VIP area after the show ended. What is most striking about Taehyung's popularity in Europe is the fact that he was able to break through language and cultural barriers through his visuals, aura, and personality alone. Many new fans who did not even know BTS before immediately fell in love with the visual charm and elegance that Taehyung brought during the event. Taehyung's performance in Paris also created a domino effect. Many fashion houses began to consider the involvement of K-pop artists in their campaigns, making Taehyung a prime example of success. He did not just carry the name of BTS, but truly stood as a strong individual entity in the global fashion world. Moreover, several fashion institutions in Europe, including several renowned fashion schools in Milan and London, even used Taehyung's presence as a case study in discussing the influence of Asian celebrities on the global fashion stage. This further confirms that he is not just a passing trend, but a cultural phenomenon worthy of analysis. During his time in Paris, Taehyung was also said to have succeeded in bringing a new nuance to the concept of fashion idol. He not only wore designer clothes,